Okay. Welcome, everyone, and it's November the 2nd, 2023, 2:30 in the afternoon here in the council chambers in Stellarton, Police Commission meeting. The first thing on the agenda, number one, is there any additions to the agenda? Any additions? Okay, can I have a motion to approve, please?
I approve agenda.
I'll second it.
Moved by Patty, seconded by Kevin. All heard the motion, all in favor? All right, approval of the minutes. Is there any errors or omissions? Errors or omissions?
I just see one error. My name wasn't on there for being present.
Can we,
No.
we know that, we'll change that. All right. That shows you read it anyway.
That one's for 2 cents dollars.
I mean, she's seconding and making motions.
Probably should have been there, right?
I followed it through.
Poor Sue's all worked up. She missed the meeting. She doesn't miss too many, I'll tell you. Can I have a motion to accept it?
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second that.
Moved by Commissioner Mason, second by Commissioner Campbell. You all heard the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Business arising. Is there any business arising? I think we talked about the only thing is, we talked about of course, we made a decision on it down at the pharmacy first. I think you were going to look at some areas to go up there.
Yeah, I'm still looking at, I'm waiting for a quote back. I'm just waiting for a quote back on one of the mirrors. There's just a couple of places I've looked, and I'm just trying to find the right one. I'm
Okay.
still not sure it's the right answer, just where the pole is in relation to the entrance there, but
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for another quote or two.
Yeah, and the other thing too, I don't know if it's off that topic or anything, but if we join the two forces, we got to look at stuff like that, because that wouldn't go under the police, would it? That would have to go under maybe,
Traffic, it's still considered the traffic authority, which
Yeah.
would be the chief of police.
okay. No, yeah, but in the budget, would that stuff go under his budget, or would that go under,
Traffic authority, yes.
still go under
Yep.
traffic? Okay, I wondered about that, all right. Monthly activity report. Is there any questions on the monthly activity? You want to take a minute to read through them? It looks like it's kind of low this, past month?
Sorry, the
The call-outs are kind of low last month?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, not complaining.
So Halloween, how did Halloween go? Any, no issues? I didn't see that many kids in the road. Of course, I wasn't out around it. I just drove over to Glasgow to pick my grandkids up. I didn't see too many kids on the road. There didn't seem as many numbers as previous years.
Yeah, I think with all the other events going on for them,
Yeah.
the number that actually go out door to door, depends where you are, I guess, depends who you ask, right, Mark?
That's right.
How many kids you have?
172.
I had 56. Yeah.
Or you can live in the country and have 10 like I do. Yeah, so no, we had no issues. We had a couple extra people out for the half of the night anyhow, and they went home because there was really not much going on.
So
it
how
was
did
it was a good night for us.
How did the do go in the park to get many out for that, down at the Allen Park?
Yeah, I guess that went very well.
Went very well. Yeah.
Did it? Okay, that's super.
Just want to thank, too, is it Constable Sampson? He actually seemed just right outside my house handing out treats to kids, stopping the police car and getting out and handing out treats to kids. He did it all the way along, so I know he's done it in previous years as well, but just thank you. That's a good example of community policing.
Just a question, and it just out of curiosity, failed to comply with conditions. So, what would that be? Like, did they drive it too fast in wet weather, or what actually does that?
No, it could be like breach probation, fail to comply with an undertaking, recognizance, court conditions, right?
Oh, okay. So, is there any other questions?
Yes, what's LCA?
Liquor Control Act.
Oh, thank you.
Any other questions? Can I have a motion to accept the monthly report, please?
So moved.
I second.
Moved by Commissioner Campbell, second by Commissioner Lloyd. You all heard the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. South McKay Street, I think Mayor wanted to speak on that, didn't you?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I know that's a busy street and becoming busy with the Air Force Club there. Over the last number of years, we received complaints about the visibility coming around the corner. I'm just wondering if there's a couple low-cost, simple solutions, like maybe cutting the bushes back there further. I think if you cut them back maybe 10 feet off the road, you have a lot more vision of what's coming the other way. And maybe even like a line in the middle of the road so you know which lane is which. But anyway, those are just a couple suggestions that maybe the chief can talk to Blaine about and see if they're doable or not, or realistic, and that might safeten up a little bit on that street.
I can echo that. I almost got taken head on there a couple of weeks ago. Somebody was cutting in. As I'm coming around, can't see them to the last minute.
You can't, no.
Yeah, with the bushes there in
Exactly,
on the Sobey side of the
Yes.
inside part of that corner.
yeah.
Yeah. So
We trim them back now just far enough so they don't hit cars, like they're off the road, but another 5 or 10 feet will give you the visibility lines, I think, to,
We did
Someone-
that, we did trim it back one year, it was even worse than what it is now.
yes.
And it did help. I wonder if we widen that road a bit, we put that in the future. Chief,
That'd be
can you
expensive.
and our engineer look at that and see, and you can speak to Blaine, or I don't know, maybe Susan speak to Blaine, I don't know about cutting the trees back. But anyway, could you just look at it to see if there's anything you can recommend for that corner?
I know that the trees are normally cut back annually. Whether they've been done this year yet or not is the question, and I can certainly confirm that with the Public Works Department. I do know that there is a very narrow border there from what the town owns to what Sobeys owns. But I do, when I did speak with Blaine, they do normally cut it back, but he wasn't sure if they have already done it this
I
year.
wonder if he could speak with Sobeys, and if they don't mind us cutting it back, or if they cut it back.
It should be cut back further.
We can certainly look into that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. No, that's good, thank you, that's a good
Thank you.
suggestion. And the line there, maybe that's something that.
For Blaine to
would
look
help.
into.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, because that road is narrow, even we put at least when you come around the corner, maybe a little buffer and move the line, that might help. I'll leave it in your hands to see what you could recommend. Thank you for bringing that up.
Can I
Okay,
just add one thing?
Sure.
For its traffic authority? You had received an email from a citizen about the top of Allen Street a couple of months ago. Do you recall that? About the speed sign going into the school? You weren't at the last meeting. I think you were going to bring it up at the last meeting. That was addressed. There's a new sign going up with the school. No, I actually made it 15. 15, because it's going right into the parking lot of the school. So the 50 is coming out, and the school, and the 15 is going in. Town Works has the sign. I don't know if it's up yet. I didn't check today, but it wasn't up the other day when they had it. So.
Thank you for looking at that and taking care of it, I appreciate it.
I noticed yesterday, last night, I was over picking my grandkids up in Westville, and I come up Spring Garden Road, it's way over where the new homes are, and I noticed they had a sign there, 30 kilometers an hour. How can they get away with that? Because the lowest speed is 50, and like we can't
School
do that. Not a school zone though.
Spring Garden? Well, it goes
No,
up to the
no,
school.
no, this wasn't on Spring Garden.
Oh.
What's
Thought
the
you
name,
said
West
Spring
Road, is it Westville Road, or Troll Road, or Stellarton Road, one over where the theater is, the outdoor theater? Yeah, well, when you know the last road you turn up to go in through the housing there.
Angel Street.
Yeah, well, as you turn up, there's a new sign, it's got that speed radar sign on it as well, and it says 30 kilometers.
I think there might be speed bumps there too, or if not, very soon.
I mean, I'm not against it, I'm just wondering if they can get away with it. Well, that's great, but I mean, it'd be nice if there's a few spots that we could put those signs on.
You're supposed to get permission from the Provincial Traffic Authority to,
Will they allow you to do that? That's what I'm worried about.
yeah. That's the difference. It's
Yeah.
the same with the 15 in the school. If we sit and do radar and they're doing 17 kilometers an hour, probably not going to enforce it. But at least if people see 15, they're not gonna go 50.
Yeah, yeah. I know there's one down on River Street's been there for a long time, and I guess you can't enforce that one as well. And that's what we've been lobbying the government for, is to get the ability to change the laws. Okay, I just want to just go over the financial report there, and it seems as though we're right on schedule with the. We're halfway through the year, if I'm not mistaken, and we're halfway through the budget. Is that correct? Yeah. So it looks like everything is running well there. Thank you very much. Although our priority is policing the town, but it's always nice to keep in budget. The down below, legal and prosecutions is, we put in for 10,000, but there's none, and there was none last year. So what would encompass, or what would bring on cost for the last one down?
Oh, yeah, the legal and prosecution would be the cost to pay the prosecutors for tickets.
Yeah, don't we do that now? Yeah.
There's nothing in the line. Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's still several outstanding invoices.
Okay, so I just wonder, you know, you said, I know we must be paying cost, yeah, okay. Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions on the budget?
I just wanted to thank the chief for keeping I know it's been a struggle, but the expense lines look just about right where they should be, so just want to thank you for that good control of your budget in difficult circumstances. Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Everybody had a chance to look at the budget? It's always, of course, when you get into fuel costs and that, they're pretty hard to control unless you just don't drive the vehicles. Okay, if there's no more questions, I'll move off. Thank you. Do we need an approval on that? Motion on that? No? Okay. Lease buyout. Can you speak on that, Chief?
Yeah, that's just an update on that. The lease is expiring this month on one of our Durangos.
Okay.
We had planned in the budget to buy it out, and I believe today we need a motion
Oh, okay.
from commission to buy out that lease.
All right.
There's nothing new coming yet. I'm still waiting. They're still having difficulty finding police vehicles right now, so the plan was always to buy this one out. We were going to replace the Charger with a Durango, but at this time, we're going to be keeping the Durango until such time as we can get something new. So the plan was to buy it out anyways, and we're just going to keep it a little bit longer, maybe.
So we usually keep one vehicle as a spare. So will we be retiring the car and keeping that vehicle in place of the car?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah, because that's a newer vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Eventually.
So what we need is a motion to keep this.
Buy out the lease.
Buy out the lease. What's the buyout on, do you know?
I want to say $4,000.
Is it? Okay, not much, all right. Buy out the lease on the Durango until such time as we can get a newer one. We need a motion on that, do we? Okay, can I have a motion on that?
Okay, I'll make a motion that we buy out the lease on the Durango.
I'll second that motion.
Motion
On the
by,
question, I still have a question. Is there a budget for it? Is it in the capital budget, or is it a capital expense?
It's not capital.
it's a lease, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bright side to it is we won't be paying lease payments for the last half of our budget year, which we would have if we had bought it out and done a new one.
it's going to save us money, actually, yeah, that's what I said, yeah. Motion, is there any other questions? Motion by Commissioner Mason, second by Commissioner Lloyd. You've all heard the motion. All in favor? Contrary-minded? Strategic plan update, modern facility, is there any word on that? No? Okay. Police volunteer program, how's that going?
Table
No?
till next year. Yeah.
Okay. Upgrade and improvement on how's technology going? I think the last time we talked about there was stuff supposed to happen the next day.
They're still waiting for the rack to put the police server in. We submitted another version through with the RCMP to be all on one system, so that's in their hands at this moment. Lucas Tech was in today. They have the software for the new body cams installed on the server. We had to order an external hard drive, and we're hoping next week Brad will have that up and running. So about the same, making a little bit of progress. Yes.
So when you're talking about the rack, can you jog my memory there? And what do you mean by the rack?
It's like a shelf that all the yeah.
Okay,
that-
it
that
is
all-
what it is what it says, a rack.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'll be mounted in a room where the computer devices and parts will be placed.
Okay,
Basically, it's a secure cabinet.
all right, good. Is there any questions or move on? Any other things you want, any other questions for the chief or? All right, if there's no more questions, could I entertain a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. We usually have Gary that takes care of that, council.